Hello my friends and welcome back to Sweden. We are going to work in this journal today. It's almost done. I have a few things to glue in and tuck in, so I need a few more things cut out and distressed. So let's put it aside for a little while. I have cut out and printed some old photos and some old papers. So I think we will start with those. These are from really old books I have in my stash. I have used up most of the originals. I have a few left, so now I need to scan them and kind of use them as copies, but we can still make them look like they are originals. So we will try that. Can also do like this, then it's really looks like it's original. I have printed it out on ordinary copy paper, and then I took a coffee dyed paper and printed on the back, so it looks like it's old on both sides. So I'm starting like that, and then we are going to distress it a bit and make it look a bit old. It was torn, so I need to tear it so we get the same. And it was also a bit misprinted, so I'm actually going to take that off too. If it's old, it's old. Like that. Going to cut a little bit off where I didn't get it quite as near the edge as I wanted. Kind of like that. I'm going to use this as a piece to put in the journal, so let's start with making it look a little older than it is. Just using my scissors as a tool for distressing. And I actually think we need to have a bit of a darker, not so much, but just that little kind of a bit dirty. That it has been in someone's pocket for a while. Don't be afraid to age your papers. Don't overdo it, but do quite much on it so it really looks like it has gotten to that age where it's really old. And then I need a piece of tape so we can mend this old broken paper. So I'm taking the tape and I'm using distress ink and put that on the sticky side. That way it looks a bit old and dirty. I will hold it against a white so you can see the different color. If you are unsecure if it still will stick, you can use some glue. But this was still in good sticky condition, so something like that. I think that's enough. So let's go for the next one. This is also from the same, I think it's, no, it's not the same book, but it's similar one. They are both from 1800. This is from 1877 and the other one is from 1864, I think, if I remember correctly. It's somewhere in the middle of 1800 at least. Ripping it a bit like this, and this is not colored on the other side, and you can see the difference that this is much easier to get to look old when you color it on both sides. So this is much more alike for a old. So try to do the coloring on both sides so they really look old. Now I'm going to just use my distress ink antique linen on this side, but it's not the same, but I thought I could show you the difference. So now you can see that this isn't as near as good as this one that when this was just colored instead of printed out like this. So but you can still use it and make it look old. So I'm doing the same with this one, making it a bit old on the edges, and I might rip it a little bit. And a bit of crumbling, not all the way around, just in some places, so it looks more natural. And to make it really old, you can crumble it up a lot more, and then take your iron and iron them. That makes them look like more old than if you just do it like this. And then I sometimes take a pen and just write something on the edge. And they didn't have these colored pen in the old days, so I'm just using ordinary gray ones. And I'm kind of thinking that they have used it as a little note paper, so they maybe have written a name. And a phone number. And here in Sweden they had only 4 numbers. So something like this. I'm not used to this pen, so I'm pressing too hard. See? It's just an 05 pen, so I'm way too heavy on pressing down. Like that, and then they maybe had use it for something more. So just put a little stamp on the back, fading. I'm printing it off on another paper so it won't be so heavy. And then I will just press it down somewhere, so they have used it for some notes. And ripped, of course. So we need to mend it. And another little note. Oh, try to not press it so hard. 21st of July 1861. And then we take a rusty paper clip and put that on to that one, like that. And we have some old documents. I'm going to do the same thing on a couple of more, but I guess you don't want to see every detail, so I will speed this up so you don't need to see me do everything twice. Okay, let's see if we can fill this up with something nice in some of the places that are still in need of something. So let's see, I have a few small things, some photos and some bigger things. So I'm thinking, should we maybe have some more flowering in the beginning? I think that it's nice with some colors when we start. And we have a pocket on this one, and we have a tuck spot. No, just a little tuck spot here. Let's put that little, this is kind of a business card for a pharmacy in my town, and I guess this was on 1910, 1912, something like that. So this is our the phone number when you're calling in my town, or when you call out in the world. They have different phone numbers for that. So let's put that down there. And here we already have an original old book paper put down. So let's leave that. And we have a little photo. You can put something behind it if you would like to. And here we have already decorated. And here we have this flip that we put in yesterday. So should we put a little letter in this one? It's kind of a little pinkish style. Let's see if we have anything to play with. Take a rusty safety pin. See if we can put a little piece of textile on that one. Just as a little decoration. Put that into that little envelope, like that. And this I made a pocket and then a little just kind of a tuck spot down here. So maybe we can just put in this scrap piece of some embroidery pattern and go there as a little writing space. And here we already have a journaling card, and this was a flip, so we have a pocket down here and we have a pocket here. And this is a little pocket we made. I think this could be nice. This just a piece from a book, and then I have put a piece of original wallpaper from my oldest house here in my farm. But I'm thinking maybe a little bit of piece of lace too. Something with some dots on, I think. So let's just pull out that needle. I can manage that with this rusty needle. Maybe put that behind it like that. And see if I can find the same hole. And up there. And up there. Like so. So put that in that little tuck spot. And this was a little fold out I did paint on. So let's put this inside and put a little paper clip on that. Like so. And here we have another little flip out with music paper. So I have this photo also from my farm with a couple of guys in a store in the old days. I just think that it might be perfect on this side. Let's say there is a selling wallpaper and textiles. I can see there are textile on the shelf here, so that could be fun. So let's imagine that. And then we need a wallpaper sample like this. To put behind those guys. And should we also have a piece of textile? Maybe just some piece of this roses. Just like a little sample of textile. That can actually go on the front. Let's take another needle and put that down. Like so. Isn't that nice? Looks like a sample of textile and wallpaper, and then we can put it in place with a paper clip on the edge like this. Oh, that was cute. I like that. I like when you like kind of finding the right stuff for the journal. And let's see what we can put on this one. I have this little snippet piece. And this piece from a book. Maybe we can put these together. And then I would like to have a piece of textile or cheesecloth maybe. And we can put it behind that one, like so. Yes, that's nice. And here we have an embroidered little tuck spot. Some more tags. And a quilted pocket. And a fold out with another embroidered pocket. And another old photo from my farm. And here I think we can put one of these letters. Let's take this one that was a bit in the same colors. And that little boy in this little carrier for him. Another piece of old wallpaper and writing space with a little tuck spot. And then we have a pocket between these ones. And we have a flip out. And in this one, I think we can maybe put this little invoice. be this way. So it will peek out a little bit up on the page. Then we have another little pocket. I think I want something on this too. Should we have some bling? So let's take that little flower and a piece of this dotted textile. Go in that crocheted little, and here we have another flip and a little pocket. Need to check what we have left to fill up. Not too much. So let's go with an original old book paper. It can go into this little pocket perfectly. Some more decoration and pages. This is actually a flip out, and it also is a pocket with a little, if I haven't glued this down, where is it stuck? Inside. Well done. So this is another little envelope with a letter from 1885 inside. So should we just put this on like this, on this flip? Should we put it inside the flip maybe? And then put, or maybe we can do like this. And then put a paper clip on this part. That could work. And then we have another flip there and a little pocket. Like that. And then the last page. What should we do with that? Make a tag maybe. We have these double tags. So let's do one of those. To hang over the edge. You can put maybe a lace patterned layered tag in that one. Should we maybe do it so we can flip it? Use that too as a writing space. So let's put it like that and make sure we can flip the other one. So Nico is playing. If you are hearing some funny sound. Do like this so that we don't cover it all up. You can still see the beautiful eco-dyed pieces. So, and a bit of cheesecloth under that. Let's put that here so it can peek out a little bit. Making it a bit wild with some threads peeking out. Piece of lace maybe. I love these dotted textiles. They make everything look kind of romantic and cute. So let's take a piece of that and make that for the last decoration. Should we maybe have this one? Really love these ones. They look very old. Down here, I think. Almost as a little tab peeking out. And then glue this down. Bit extra glue where we have the textile. So we're making sure that that will stay in place. crumble it a bit. So we get it a bit more kind of 3D, and so now we can flip this and we can flip that one. So we can use that as writing space, and that and that and that. So 4 writing spaces and still got some decorations. Should this peek out the other way? That's nice. Should we do one more quick? Let's do a single one, so we can use that in the last pocket. With writing space on the back. Like so, and glue that down properly. Crumble some cheesecloth. And some of my grandmother's crocheted piece of doily. I'm so grateful that I have this treasure of old crocheted things that both my grandmother and my mother did. I have so many doilies and tablecloths to work with, and that's so fun to be able to share this with you and not be able to keep them and be afraid that I don't have enough. I'm totally sure I have enough. There are boxes and boxes with they have both been crocheted and whole their lives, so when they passed I had this big treasure to have on my tables, on my windows, and in my journals, and that's so fun. It gives everything that personal touch that I love. And a little label on that. To finish it off. Just putting it straight over from the side. So let's put these two last ones in. This one can go in this pocket. And then we have this one that will go on top of a page. So let's find something that could work. This one, that's empty. It should have been on the other side, so we could let's go with this one. No. Not that, so we can have the lace peeking out on that side. Was my thought. Getting late, so I can't think anymore. Like that. See? Now I think we are done. It's nice and chunky. So I will check through this tomorrow and see if I need to put something more in it. Maybe some laces on these edges, and then do some kind of closure of this old big beauty. Love this original old book covers that you can really feel how soulful they are, and you can think and wonder where it has been and who has read it. That's kind of the things I love with these old books. They have a history. And on Friday I'm going to get a lot of old books. We have this special week in Malung at the moment. We have instead of 9,000 that usually live here, we have this dancing event. So there are kind of 50,000 people in our little town this week. So there are a lot of yard sales and second-hand selling from each and every house around. So on Friday I have bought a lot of books that will be arriving on Friday, so I can get them. So that will be fun. A lot of old notebooks, music books. So kind of like these small, beautiful old ones. So that will be fun. Get a lot of more of these old covers to play with. Okay, I will stop rambling now and say good night, and I will see you soon again. So good night, and until next time, bye bye from Sweden.